Hi, this is Vlad with Verge. I'm here at IFA 2012 in Berlin, and I'm taking a look at the brand new Samsung Galaxy camera that Samsung has just announced. The name pretty much tells you everything you need to know. The Galaxy part tells you that it's an Android device. It runs 4.1 Jelly Bean, and the camera part tells you that it's a camera. It has a 16 megapixel backside illuminated sensor, and has the shape of a compact camera, very much like one of those mirrorless devices that you might have seen from Sony's Nex series or Samsung's NX series. The only difference is that the sensor is obviously not as big, it's not an APS-C sensor, but it kind of balances the two things. It's very much like any other smartphone in the shape of a camera. So what that means is you have your power button, you have your usual Android software keys. Actually, they're not that usual because most companies, Samsung included, are still doing capacitive keys. But in this case, it's Android 4.1 Jelly Bean, and you have software Android menu buttons on here. So there's basically no bezel around the sides. The back is essentially one giant 4.8-inch HD display that you can use, which is probably facilitated by the fact that it's significantly chunkier than your regular smartphone. But we don't mind that. It's good and it's useful. Along the sides, you'll notice there's a flash button. There's a power button, which functions very much like your usual power button on an Android phone. You have a micro USB connection, and it takes a micro SD and a micro SIM card because it also has 3G and 4G connectivity. It's a bit regrettable that it uses micro SD rather than a full-size SD card, but that's just what you're getting here. It also has Wi-Fi. There's a whole heap of software features that Samsung has added to automate the processes of taking, sharing, editing pictures. So Samsung has really tried to think of absolutely everything and spliced a camera and Android phone. And this thing should be coming out in Q4 2012 with 3G and 4G connectivity.
For a lot of things that we're talking about here at IFA, I mean, if you think about the Galaxy Note 2 or what we're doing here with the Galaxy camera, it's about taking the best of technologies and putting them together. So if you look at something like the Galaxy camera, where we have great optics, we've got great camera technology, but then there's this ability to, with the Android ecosystem and kind of the Android Jelly Bean operating system, the ability to take advantage of a lot of these features and do a lot more with a camera than you could do before. So if you think about, I mean, kind of how we approach markets is what do consumers want to do with them? What do you want to do? How do you take photos? Lots and lots of people are very comfortable taking photos with their smartphones, but basically this kind of takes that shooting experience and extends it now kind of to the experience that we get with a really good point and shoot. I would think of the market for this the same way I think of a lot of our markets. There are consumers kind of at every price band who are interested in doing different things. So for camera consumers, it's going to be exactly the same thing. This is a high-end point and shoot camera. Because of the connectivity features, it's going to be marketed in a unique way with carriers. I mean, we haven't announced specifically how we're going to bring it to market yet. But because we're going to be working with our carrier partners for connectivity and some of those things. So it may be a unique way for you to get into the camera market. So perhaps if you think about the US market, subsidized or something like that. So I think it kind of coexists with the rest of the point and shoots, this kind of being at the high end and the rest kind of cascading down from there. This is absolutely a camera first. I mean, basically let's leverage the best of our camera technology and extend that with the power of Android.